Okay, guys. So I have started recording, guys. So let's start the sessions. Today's sessions will be Cisco VPN configurations between Cisco ASA firewall and the Cisco routers. Okay. So last section is like what are the things we configured? Do you remember? So let me note it down. So a lot of people we have configured the VPN last time, right? I have given access remotely, right? Can you able to see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's remember, guys. Let me know what are the things we configured from the first router 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, let's start from whether you remembered or not before going starting the session. So this is my router 1, fine guys, and this is my router 2 and firewall. So let me know what are the things we configured in router 1. Okay, how do we check? Before you should know what you have configured here. So one more thing, guys, already had prepared the Word document for this. I'll share you this once training has been started. I'll share you in the Teams right now. It could help for you to how the commands, what are the commands are there. Okay, and then show run. What are the commands? I think we are configured. We are configured. I think this is a static routing. Okay, so nothing we configured, right? In R1. This topology, did I share you?
No, sir. You should share it.
Okay, I will share you. No issues. I'll share you. Then in R2, what we have configured. Yesterday I have prepared the document. Password, what I have given password? Admin 1. Cisco. Oh. Okay. Just remember, guys.
Sir, have you given any secret password for this, sir?
Yes, we have given. Yes, Risha, we have given. Because yesterday I was doing the documentation part. Okay, so that before you can explain while training the VPN, you must have the document on your screen so that you can understand, you can follow me. So what are the commands I'm using here? Fine. So I think yesterday I forgot the password. Yesterday I think Rukhaya, someone has done this configuration, right? Do you remember? This router 3, Anjali
Cisco
and
was the password, sir. Cisco.
Cisco, right? Password. Yes, because I
Yes, sir.
forgot this one. So it takes half an hour to check the password. I thought to remove this firewall, this router again attach. Again, I should configure right from scratch, which take a lot of time. So again, I took break. Then I thought, I think Rukhaya or I think actually someone has done this configuration. Then I checked. We have given password. Username is admin. Password is Cisco. The reason because otherwise.
Sir, what if we encrypt the password and we forget later? How can we get to know the password, sir?
See, there are the methods. Do you remember like how to we can break the password? Okay, we can remove your bias, especially if you talk about the PC, how we are breaking the passwords. Anybody have the idea? What we'll do means, because I did many times for my desktop. So when I forgot the like bias password, all those things. So this all the password will be stored in the CMOS battery. You know CMOS battery?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you know what CMOS stands for? Bruno?
Complementary metal oxide semiconductor.
Okay, what is that?
It will be like round, small. So like
It is made up of semiconductor, these things, where it will
this.
give the every time it will pass of 3 volts for your motherboard, okay, to read your date, time, month, and your passwords and basic setting of your motherboard. That is the job of your CMOS battery, which is also available in your laptop, desktop, even for the any electronic devices. It is inbuilt. Fine. So as a Sonu asked, either if you forgot the password, we don't know the password, what happened to the router? We can flash this thing as, okay, you can flash it. You can flash it, but issue is, what are the things you configured on the router or firewall that all configurations will be erased? That is a big issue. The other reasons, whenever you are given the password for any, especially telnet or console or VPN username password or any of these credential, we have to maintain the documentations. That's the reason always I will talk about the documentation part. So in your job prospect, you guys, documentation is very, very important. So come to your previous assessment. So all people has done the very good assessment. Only thing is your people are lagging in technical this one documentations. So what you people has done, have seen all yesterday. They have taken the screenshot, or only screenshot. Okay, I want to know, right? Because when you take the screenshot, see, this is my what I had done. Right, show run. They will take the screenshot, they'll paste it on the word. I don't want like this. I want like what you have configured in this order. There should be some heading, right? What about this screenshot it's talking about? So how would I understand this? What is this screenshot? And one more thing, they're not given the name of the router. Okay, the name of the router has given, and some people still they have not given their employee number and your name also. They have given some random, I don't know which number is that. Okay, so this is how the router password we can break by giving the flash like this. And configurations, once they will try two methods are there. Is a Roman method as there. Because I'll show you for in next session. Okay, so let's start the session. Let me check what are the things we configured here. So I think we configured NTP method and some default routing and telnet and SSH we configured. And we configured default routing right here. Okay, we configured the default routing in R2. This is my router 2. So this is my router 1. Just I'm writing just to remember, guys. Okay, in the firewall, what we configured? No, firewall. Okay, I think Rohri has given this password. What is the password? CISCO. Yes. Right there. Sure run. Okay. Username and admin password. See, this is the encrypted. Like this, it will come. So even if you're given the access to any guy, so we can't make out what is your password. Okay. So here also we configure with your default routing. Okay. So one more thing we missed, guys. Actually, this VLAN 1 is 100, VLAN 2 is 100. Okay. Let me note it down here. Next point. I'll write short form. Still, we have not configured the VPN, guys. We are not configured the still VPN. Just we have to remember that. Switching part, what we configured, guys?
We trunked the.
You should be able to ping, right? Can you ping here? Did you check yesterday?
It can ping it.
IP config. Ping to PC. What is the IP? Oh, we are not giving the IP. Let's configure the DHCP. I think in the router we are not configured the DHCP. I think. Let me show you the document which I prepared yesterday for you guys. Let me share you this document. So for you people, I have prepared this document, not I think this one. It is 26 pages. And one is 20 pages. 20 pages, guys. Friends. Yes,
This document is for VPN, no?
I will share you. I think someone has. Okay, please open this document, and there is a one more document. Let me open this, which has 20 pages document, not this. So that we can understand. Yesterday I was typing this one for you guys. Like how to configure the NTP in our router 1. What are the commands? So is it helpful for you guys?
Yes, does.
Yeah, so it's
Yes,
very
sir.
helpful, guys. It's very because as per the your requirements yesterday, it took me I think 3-4 hours to prepare the document. Check this. So this is a document, right? So we configured. So now today we are going to configure your switching part, guys. Let's configure the switching which we have not configured yesterday. Do you remember? On your document, you can open the document, guys. So you want this file as well? PKT file you want? So that you can open there from your side.
Yes, sir. Can you please send the PKT
Okay,
file as well?
Okay, ASA to firewall VPN. Okay, let me check this. Because where this file is, let me check where is this file. This saving ASA lab. Okay. No, it's not here. In user. Oh, ASA lab. Yes, here it's there. Okay, so these both I will send you. The Teams. These both file are the same, I think. Let's you check it, guys. Please check. can open from your side. Open the document, like you can see the both, what are the commands I am doing today now. Okay, so let's check it out. I think we have configured what are the things we configured. Let's start the sessions. So in switching, what we did yesterday. So please help me out, guys, because this is the teamwork. VPN should be configured in the teamwork. So in the router 1 static, router 2 default we configure. In the firewall also we configure the default routing. Rest of the things are in basic configuration we made. For the DNS server, what we have configured. So I think we configure the NTP servers. Okay, password Cisco we have given and key is 1 we have given. So NTP is on and AAA just we have made on. Okay, still we have not added any client here. Syslogs just we have made it on so that if anybody log in. Okay, DNS. So DNS we are not configured a DNS. Okay, so let's check with the switch what we have configured. So run. Okay, so I think just we have given for the VLAN 1 we have given 20 and gateway is 10. So what is this gateway? The gateway 1.1 is for the router. Fine, guys. Then what else we configured? Show VLAN brief. Okay. Okay, so right now we have the VLAN ones here. Show spanning. Okay, this is the root bridge, as we can see, and all are into the forwarding one. Okay, no one has been blocked. All are in the blocking mode. And show interface trunk. Okay, these two links are into we have configured trunk. Do you remember last time? I think here we stopped. And Wednesday session. Okay, so we have stopped this from here, right? So let's check with other guy on this switch. Show spanning tree. So this is not root bridge or one port is blocked. Okay, and 10. So 10 is your designated port, which is your access port, which is connected for your one PC. This PC has been connected. Okay, and show interface trunk. Okay, so these two interfaces we have made the trunk. So just open your document, guys. I think one more document is there. Router to I think VTP tunnel. The file name of the Word file is ASA to router VPN tunnel. Did you check the same document I have sent you? Yes. So just open this document. Okay. If you go to the page number 6, 5. So where I have typed yesterday switching configurations. What are the things we configured switching? Okay. Before switching, just we configured your this thing. I think RSA, I think we configured right on the firewall. Before going to the switching part, first complete your firewall concept. I think show run. Okay, we have configured the SSH. Then DHCP configured. No, DHCP we are not configured. So let's configure the DHCP because this PC still they did not get any IP address. No IP address has been configured. So DHCP let's configure. Okay, So config T. So DHCP. What is my network? 192.168 will start from 1.10 as per the document to 168 1.20. Means 1 to 20. I want to give the DHCP. This is for my inside network. Oh, DHCP address. Okay, so this is the DHCP. And if you want to give the DNS, let's give this 8.8.8.8. So this DNS is going to sync with my DNS server gas. What IP address I have assigned here. So this IP address 8.8.8.8. Okay. So one more new command, guys, which I want to tell you. So DHCP optional. Suppose if you type DHCP, okay, optional, that is, if you give the question mark, it will have the DHCP optional code 3. Okay, so this code means only this should be your default gateway, and there's no other guy should come and hit me. Okay, we cannot change this IP address. This is optional. If you want, we can give the IP address, not mandatory. So and DHCP enable inside. Okay, so this is how to configure your switch. Check. I think we should get the IP address. Let's close. Okay, so successfully we got the IP address from your DHCP. Okay, we are getting the IP address from your firewall. Okay, so this is a job done by your firewall. Configuration is done. Next, move to your switching part. Okay, switching, what we configured just for the VLAN. We have given the IP address here also VLAN for native VLAN. Just we made the trunk link. Okay. Just imagine this is my switch 1. Let's start with the switch 1. Let me write it down here, not get confused. Okay, so let's configure this first part. So interface VLAN, I think IP address we have given, right? So VLAN 1. 92. Let me check before typing some show IP interface run. Oh, we have given 20 here. Can you see, guys? So we have given 20. So it should be 20, not 22. Okay. So let's change this IP address 92.168 1.20 with the subnet mask. Okay, give no shutdown and exit. IP default gateway for this is same 1.1. Okay, so now we configured for your switch 2. So showing duplicate IP address has been raised. Okay, so interface VLAN 1 IP address 192.168. So here we'll give 1.122 and give the subnet mask. Okay, no shut and exit. The IP default gateway is 192.168.100. You are following me, guys, or everything is getting bounced?
So that you're following.
Okay. I think same command. What I think last month I had teach, right? Switching part. Same thing I'm doing, nothing, no new commands. Okay, so let's go to the switch one now. And I think trunk link we already made. Switch port also we already made. Okay, so we'll continue the trunking with switch one and two with the native VLAN 1. Did you make the trunk link here? How to check the trunk link?
Trunking was done, no, already.
Yes, choose port trunk. Okay, 1 and 2 is trunk. And this guy to show interface trunk. Yes, trunking is done. Okay. So how to configure the root primary, root secondary, guys? I want to ask you this question, guys.
There's a command, no, spanning tree.
Yes. Okay. So
Spanning tree, VLAN 1.
this is my switch 1, guys, and this guy is switch 2, I think. Yes. So this is my switch 1. So how to configure spanning tree?
VLAN 1, root primary.
VLAN 1, root
Primary.
Okay. And what about other VLAN?
Root secondary. You can type
Yes.
it down.
Okay. Yes, good. Spanning tree. Then
VLAN root
root
secondary.
secondary. Or else you can give the value also if you remember.
Yeah, what would be the
It's a
value
very
for
simple way.
secondary?
Secondary is enough because you can understand better here.
That's
It shows, yeah.
If you're giving VLAN 1 priority root 4096, that means it's root primary. So the same thing, if you want to put it to secondary, then what will its value be? Like 4097?
See, out of these things, so out of 32,768, suppose if you type, okay, show spanning tree, the default it will change, right? Actually, default, this is not a default one. Default one is 32,768. Do you know in the
Okay.
Viva question also, I'll ask this. I have asked the question to many people. No one has answered. The answer is your 32,535. I think 565, I think. 565. This is the default priority for all the switches, Cisco switches. When they have connected each other, they will election process will be happened. So they will fight means I want to become the root bridge because my priority is 32,700. Because other guy tell, fine, I am also got the 32,536, right? So that's the reasons manually we have to assign that. Okay, you are the root bridge because lowest is the best. We can see, right? Now it has been reduced. Right. Suppose if you check this guy is a root bridge. See 24,577. What about this guy? So it has been reduced. We have tell them manually means you have to become the root bridge. Right. This guy is the root bridge because manually we assign you have to become the root bridge. And other priority is it will take your lowest MAC address. As you know, switch will work based on your MAC address because it is a layer 2 device. If you check in the Google, okay, so what is the default switch priority? What is you can see, right? 32,768. Bridge priority, default priority value for all the Cisco switches 32,768. The range is from 0 to 6144 in incremental of 4096. Right, if you check about what is this, okay, default is this. So this is the question which I asked in your Viva. Do you remember, guys? No one has answered this one. Okay, just we made the root secondary and primary. Then we'll talk about some LAN security, guys. Security for your VLANs. Okay, the commands are, okay, so this port which is connected here, okay, so this port is what kind of port is this? Pass Ethernet 0/10. Who will tell this answer?
First, can you repeat what
My
your
question is the fast Ethernet 0/10. Okay, what kind of port it is?
gigabyte? No, fast set.
Fast Ethernet port. Okay, so what kind of port it is? It is access port or trunk port or upper layer ports. It is a access port. You have to make them. You are the switch port mode access. Fine. Then switch port access belongs to your VLAN 1. Okay. So one more new command, guys. Switch port security. So what does switch port security? Okay. Switch port security maximum 1. So what does that mean? Let's remove this. It will ask you the maximum secure addresses. Yes, please pay attention, guys. So in this lab, guys, you know what are the things we are learning? We are learning the routing protocol, how to configure NTP, DNS, and syslogs for the server. Okay, we are learning the Cisco ASA firewall concept. Okay, even we are learning the switching concept in the security, because in switching security, which I have not explained in the during your switching session. Do you remember? Okay, so now in this topology, many things we can learn. So let's go to the switch one. Okay, so maximum address, what does it switch port maximum will be, it asking 1 to 132 maximum address. What is this? First understand this. I'm telling this fast Ethernet 0/10. You are the access port. Okay, the maximum MAC address value, because I am tagging this MAC address to that port, which is fast Ethernet 0/10, so that no one can unplug and plug their PC or their laptop. That is the meaning of this maximum port 1. Understood, guys? Switch port, port security, MAC address, sticky. Suppose if you talk about C, you can see the command, guys. 48-bit MAC address. I think this question I have asked in MCQ. Anybody remember? Most of them, they have given 32 bits MAC address. Guys, are you there? If nobody talking means I'll think that I'm teaching to myself.
Yes, Taj. Yeah, that.
Your weekend starts from today evening, guys. I think Pranav, yesterday you had good Onam festival, man.
Yes, Taj. Hungover.
Mm. What are the commands I'm typing, guys? Okay, it's very important, because in the job perspective, you are not going to configure everyday routing protocol here, OSPF, REAP, static routing, guys. So most of the job, okay, issues, escalations, so we'll find only in your switching concept, guys. Routing every day will not do, right? Once the communication has been done, that's it. Routing protocol, which are the protocol you configure in your infra, then most of the job will be in the switching part. Okay, so this I'll take it as a sticky. Okay, then switch port security. So what happened if anybody has unplug and plug your port, okay, which you have connected the PCA on your diagram. Okay, so it has to give the violation. Okay, violation, what violation? I'll make it shut down. If anyone gets try to unplug and plug their port, okay, is going to shut down that port. So then, if you want, you can give this spanning tree port fast, so that it will come fast. Spanning tree port fast. by default, our BPD guard also we can give BPD guard enable. I think enable command is not working. Okay, done. So this is the switching on command. Same thing, we should copy and paste the range command. Okay, so let's show you that one also. Show run. Same command we should configure on your switch 2 as well. So let me show you how to copy and paste the command. Let's check from your document, guys. I think. Okay, let's do only very simple command, right? We'll go fast. Okay, same thing. I'll go for fast Ethernet 0/10. I'll make this is access port and assign to the VLAN 1. That is a native VLAN. Okay, and this is what I'm going to configure your port security with the MAC address sticky. Okay, if any violations, you should go shut down. Okay, which we did for your switch 1. So let's configure, go to interface fast Ethernet 0/10. Okay, you are the switch port, you are the access port. Okay, switch port access VLAN 1. You are belongs to VLAN 1. Okay, switch port security maximum 1. We can give not only one, guys, because some organizations, especially for the console port and management port. Okay, so they will give for the L2 or L3 engineers at least 5 people. Right, so only their laptop can connect it to that port. You understood that what I'm trying to explain you guys, so that they can do the configuration part. Okay, so next switch port security MAC address sticky. Okay, switch port security sorry, MAC switch, this one violation. Okay, it should go shut down. Then exit spanning tree APDU. Why this command is not working? Spanning tree port fast. Okay, BPDU default. Okay. Same command what I did for switch 1, same thing I configured in this switch. Something is happening. Can you see, guys? Receiving BPDU on the port 1 with the BPDU got enabled. Disabling the port. So such type of error we can see in your production network, guys. Can you see? It's showing. Okay. It's coming down. Right. BPDU is going to block this port. Receiving BPDU not on the port fast Ethernet 1. BPDU got enabled. So disabling the port. Okay. So what we have to do, just remove this. Okay, let's see other switch as well. Okay, so now go to your switch 2. So any idea, guys, snooping about this snooping, DHCP snooping? Guys, are you there?
Yes, Taj, we are there.
Taj. Yes, sir.
You want break?
Yes, Taj, 10 minutes.
You have 10 minutes break. Srisha, you also want the break, Srisha?
ಹಂಗೇನಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಂಗಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡಿ.
Okay, no issues. So we'll take 10 minutes break because otherwise because we started 10 o'clock right today. In 10:05 we started. So then and just go through the what is DHCP streaming. After the break, I will ask this question. Google it. Okay. A very simple one. What is the DHCP snooping, which are going to configure both the switches? Because in server we configured your DHCP, right? So here I'm going to configure your DHCP snooping. Okay, so also check why my interface is down. As you can see, right, two interfaces down. So this topology also has shared in the Teams. Open that, check why it is down. Okay, so then we'll come back. So after the 10 minutes or 15 minutes break, we'll come back, we'll start the resume your session.